Hey, we're Susie Edwards, Angie Robertson. These fireside chats are where we get real about what we're learning as we build tools and community for helping professionals who want to expand their toolbox. Whether you're a coach, a therapist, nutritionist, doctor, anyone who works with clients.
But here's our thing. We don't just talk about tools, we embody them first. We test them in our own lives, we share what actually works in the community, and then we bring that lived experience to our clients. So grab your coffee and let's dive in.
Hey, Angie.
Hey, Susie.
So, what I wanted to say is because I feel like this was really important. This morning, I was working with a client. And it reminded me of something I read in that book, Time Anxiety by Chris Giebo. He might say Gilbo. I don't know. Every time I have to say his name, I'm always like, how does he actually say it? But I love that book. And the reason why I wanted to touch on this was because this is a client that was talking about just the holidays and feeling lonely. She is single and living
Hmm.
far away from her family, etc. And so it feels lonely. And I get that, like around the holidays, especially any maybe even birthdays, right? Any kind of event, right? There could be some kind of pressure for some people. And he touches on this and how around big events we could mask true feelings about them. Maybe we are really in a depressed state when that birthday comes around. Maybe you lost your mom, and every time her birthday comes around, it's not a great day for you. Again, any holidays, truth, it could be like any day, right? But when you know when that event is coming up and you know that you could be in more complicated feelings, sad, something that just to prioritize it, right? To really think about it. And he says that no matter what, holidays can be just a weird time and space. Just our habits seems to change, our schedule, our timing, no matter what, like things are a little bit off around the holiday season. People are going to more parties, maybe drinking more. It's just, we're all a little bit off anyway. So why not like prepare ourselves for the holidays in any events? What are your thoughts on that so far? And he does have a practice I'm going to share with you too.
Yeah, I think that it's a great point. I mean, I often, when I'm working with clients, we talk about just the reality of, if there's travel or parties or different things can be out of the norm. So you might need to adjust your expectations of yourself and like what you think you can accomplish and kind of match it up with the reality of your life. Not use it as an excuse, but maybe you're like, hey, look, I am traveling, so I'm not going to do the normal things that I would do. And I think, and you and I talked a little bit about this offline, so I hope I'm not ruining your punchline, but I do think it's a great reminder of just like other people. I think I'll speak for myself. I tend to be kind of self-absorbed, even in like the gift giving and the doing, and like it's kind of like me centered of like, okay, what am I doing next? What do I need to accomplish? Okay, I need to go do this thing for these other people. But to just bear in mind that, yeah, holidays are complex. And, it's not great to just assume that everybody's in a holly jolly kind of spirit all the time, everywhere.
Exactly. Exactly. And especially for your clients, ask, what are some times that might lead to some like where you're wanting to hibernate?
Hmm.
That could be like one of those
Right.
feelings. You're just wanting to disappear. Is there anything that we need to plan for just so to take care of you during that time? So I'm going to go down a little bit of like what he says to do. And he says, first, know if any event or holiday causes friction for you and decide what you need to do in order to make it easier. Because, like we said, hibernating isn't usually like the best choice, but maybe there is some version of like just being by yourself that you need to do. And that could be one of your practices, right? But he says also to try setting your alarm off 3 times a day and then ask yourself if you're feeling ease or friction. And if you're in ease at that moment, just savor it, right? And then if you're in friction, to stand up, breathe, and ask yourself, what is one easy step I can take towards ease, right? And maybe this is where you have some things already as a list that you can go do. Maybe it is go checking in with a friend. Maybe it's taking a walk. Maybe it's just like sitting down, meditating or journaling, grab a cup of tea, something that's just going to help you move more into ease. And then trust your answer and take the small step, right? Like, so don't make yourself think, well, I should be in ease. So I'm just going to pick ease. If you really are in friction, it's okay. And do what you need to do to take care of yourself. I was just thinking, why this thought just came to mind. I think even if we are in everything's okay, right? Sometimes I think there's a lot of pressure in this gift giving season anyway, too. And I think sometimes there's like competition mindset or like even the decorating of your home or like the dinners that we have to cook and all the things that we need to do that could also create friction, right? So even in those moments and like you kind of get away in a certain way about it, this could also be like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. I'm absolutely in friction. I need to step away and just get myself into ease about this and calm down or
Yeah.
whatever it is that you need to do to
Yeah.
take yourself. And then he said, training yourself to notice friction quicker and switching to ease is kind of like strength training, developing that muscle. And I've been thinking that this kind of serves for anything, not just holiday,
Mhm.
but like what a great practice to have anyhow.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, and I think that this is kind of the time of year is a playground for seeing where and what friction comes up. I mean, it could be even something as easy as, you're just more tired because there's literally more things that you're doing,
Yeah.
related to activities in life. So I would say that that could be friction, right? Like just being more exhausted or not getting enough sleep or so friction doesn't need to just mean something like, like I'm reminding myself of this. It doesn't have to be like, oh, wait, I'm in a fight or I'm upset. It could just be like, oh, wait, I'm like not in a flow state.
Yes, exactly. And as we're talking about this, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's got so many other I'm thinking about the traffic light thing that we talked about on our community call, right? And again, come to our community calls if you want to know what we're talking about behind the scenes too. But he's got so many great things in his book to help out with all of this. But I think this is definitely something I'm just going to put into my toolkit with clients anyway. What a great way to train yourself to take care of
Mhm.
yourself.
Yeah, I like it. And I like the reminder because, you do need something to pull you out of like what you're doing to have you recognize, okay, how's it going for me right now?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I'm going to go set my alarms.
Okay, do it.
Okay.
Me too.
All right. We'll talk to y'all next time.
Okay, bye.